I failed at my attempt to keep a daily journal of your life for the first year, so I figured I'd do a journal of the month where you turn 1. September 23rd. Tonight was the first night not sleeping in the same room. We're sleeping in the living room and you're in your room. I cried my eyes out. I won't get to hear the sounds you make, your breathing and clapping. You will wake up alone and in darkness, and I will have to rush through our narrow apartment to get you. Your first words, I think, were turtle, umbrella, and apple. You also tell us you're done with something by making a motion like you're brushing dirt off your hands. September 24th. We saw about 30 dogs on a walk. You screamed for most of them, and they just walked by. You pooped twice. I love you so much, it's hard not to cry. September 27th. You bit me twice today on the shoulder. We slow danced to Sam Cooke's Don't Get Around Much Anymore and went to get a bouquet for Mom for our anniversary. On the way home, you threw off your hat, and I didn't notice for a block and a half, and we had to cross Metropolitan twice to get it. But I don't care, I love you. September 30th. I came back from a trip to Michigan. I didn't see you for 2 days, and when you saw me, you reached for me without hesitation. You hadn't forgotten me. October 1st. This morning, I asked where your nose was, and you stuck your finger into my nose and raked it out so hard that it bled. Later, we were at the swings, and the mother next to us was being very fun, and you liked her, and I thought about doing the noises she was doing, but was too bashful to do them. October 4th. We shared a plum. Then we stared at the feral cat who lives in the deck below us. You screamed and got so excited that you looked away and bit into my shoulder before looking back again. October 5th. Last night you and Mommy and I made farting sounds before you went to sleep. You were as good as an adult at making them, and I couldn't tell the difference between any of our farting sounds. October 6th. Yesterday on the subway, an older man came on to ask for money, and he saw you and he lost his train of thought. He kept smiling at you. I gave him some money and he thanked me, and then he thanked you and told you that you made his day. You make everyone happy. October 7th. A bunch of girls sat around you, clapping and squealing like they knew what I know, that you are a living jewel, the source of all joy and all life. We went to the swings. They fought over who got to carry you, so they carried you everywhere twice. There were people who crushed others to see the Beatles or to touch Jesus' robes. At the swing we met Maya, as cute as you but not you, so therefore not as cute as you. We met a boy named Gabriel who could not speak. He came to you and paid his respects. I saw his mother wearing his backpack. I wished for her and for me that you could heal them, that you would be to him as you are to me, a cure, divine magic, the mercy of existence. October 8th. Today I was at the computer, and Mom said you wanted to sit with me, so you were in my lap, and I was looking at Twitter feeling hopeless, and you got my attention and kissed me, and you and I laughed, and you kissed me again. We walked to the art store up Graham, and everyone smiled at you. I read to you, and now you can say boo, and we have a book where that makes sense, and you get so happy when you get to say your new word. It's like you're digging through rock, and a crack of light appears, and we are on the other side, digging too, and saying boo, boo. Today I wanted to see your teeth, so I opened my mouth wide, because you will do what you see someone doing. You looked at my mouth for a second and then shoved your whole hand into my mouth as far as you could go. I laughed so hard and you kept doing it, like you were the lion tamer and I was the lion. October 14th. Today is the 1-year anniversary of your due date. We went to the park and you played, but you were the youngest kid there and the other kids went about their business. I told a man selling olive oil that I didn't want you to go to college to be far from me. He said his wife moved far away from her overbearing father, and that daughters are gold. I know, I said. He said, just wait until she's grown. His mother told him daughters are gold, and now he knows she is right. October 15th. Everything I see, I think is cute, reminds me of you. I was watching a baking show with Mom, and I saw a bowl of dough being mixed and thought of you, how you are like the dough getting mixed and prepared to be whatever you will be. You make me love even inanimate objects. The world is new, like they said, but in a way that they never said because no one would believe them. October 16th. A friend who was hurting came over today and told me his whole story. Though you cannot understand the words he said, you were kind and smiled and laughed and reached for him. Later at the back window, we called for the stray cats. Meow, meow. Then you pointed out the window, and your mom and I didn't know what you were looking at, and then we figured out it was the moon, and you crawled all over us saying, moon, 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 which is how I know you are my daughter, and you are not mine. I am yours. October 19th. Today I went out with you wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt. I don't think I've worn those things since I was 9. If this becomes a thing with me, you'll know where it started. October 25th. Tomorrow is the year anniversary of when your mom and I went to the hospital to have you. The day after will be your birthday. I've been trying to figure out a way to tie up these little entries. The phrase sacred days has been in my head all year. The hours laying on the floor, holding you, washing you, doing dishes. It feels sacred. Tonight we were stepping into the bath and I looked down and black fuzz floated off my feet. I guess I had worn new socks, and now the new sock fuzzies were in the bath with us. I thought about draining the tub and then refilling it, but I thought it would have taken too much time, so we sat down. Maybe I could make it seem like we were taking a bath in an inverse night sky, the white water and the black stars, but it wasn't nice. It was weird to have all these cotton floaties. You didn't mind at all. I also wrote a poem for your mom to give her tomorrow. I wrote it last night, and it makes me cry every time I read it, so I think it's a good poem. It ends like this. We are 3 bodies, falling through time with such speed that it feels like we are floating. It's a good poem, right?